Shinobi's latest news and developments, and price predictions and technical analysis at the end of the video. And we're also going to check out our newly added utility, which is Shibnobi Analytics, aka Shibnobi NLTX. You know, it's pretty fitting considering that we're home base in Texas. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, bringing you financial awareness to a crypto space changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, we got this. Is it ethical to increase the taxes of the CBT token to 75%? What if someone decides they want to sell and move on from the project? So right here we have the tax increase was requested by multiple top holders of CVC during last night's AMA and wasn't implemented until 24 hours later. This delay gave everyone an opportunity to sell with the standard taxes in place before they were raised. And I was there during that AMA. That's something that I saw CVC token holders worried about, and that's something that they implemented because the community asked. Okay, we got some questions from the CVC token too that I think are good that we answered, some of that we answered in the past, but I want to welcome that community and some answers that we're going to get into in just a second. So we got, was the decision to merge CVC with Shinobi made yesterday? No, this idea has been contemplated for a while now. So we have this where I guess it got a little heated last night, but we're going to get into this right now. We got CVC Team Marketing Wallet has made 400 plus transactions that equal a total of 11.2 million. Why is there no transparency as to where these funds are going? So we're going to get into it. The transparency is an ether scan. The blockchain does not lie. The blockchain is an open ledger for anybody to go take a look and do your own research. That's basically what a blockchain is. If you go Google what a blockchain is, it's going to tell you it's an open ledger where anybody can check all the transactions. So nobody can really hide anything. That's the whole way the blockchain works. The majority of the funds in these transactions aren't even leaving the wallet. They are being converted from ETH to USDC or USDT in order to maintain stability while ETH fluctuates during current market conditions. Why would they do that? Me personally, as a trader, none of this is financial advice, but coming from a little bit of experience, I would do the same because we've seen ETH pull back under $1,000. Imagine if you left all that ETH. Well, maybe you started your token and ETH was higher and now ETH has pulled back. If you left it all in ETH, that would hurt a lot. So moving it over to USDC or USDT, that is smart right there, because now obviously we have ETH over 1,700, Bitcoin about to break over 24,000. So the markets are looking a little bit healthier. But when that was going down under $1,000, that could have really hurt any project. Okay. So we have CVC has also been using this wallet to fund liquidity for some exchanges that they're listed on, and obviously pay for marketing and development costs. Okay. And that's just how it works. I went to the ATM today and I was charged $3.75 to use the ATM. That was a transaction fee. So there's fees incorporated with using other people's utilities, like using an ATM or using an exchange. If somebody wants to go and use this exchange, you have to pay to use these things. Okay. So will the holders of CVC token be able to trade their CVC for Shinja prior to CVC liquidity unlocking? So this is something that they're working on right now. The team is still determining how quickly they can create the tool for trading CVC for Shinja. An estimated time frame is still unknown. We'll just play that one by ear, but I do know that the team is pretty good at coming up with utilities and basically ideas that the community comes up with, because I was there during that AMA. This was a question really that really got turned into a utility. I mean, almost instantaneously that night. So hopefully it does come out. But nevertheless, we've already protected the CVC holders by raising that tax and, bringing them over to Shinobi. This is a huge ecosystem. And now I've done videos on CVC. They have a huge tool, and we're going to get into that when we check them out and check out our new, our new utility, and we go to that website, why I like the CVC, and I've done videos for them in the past. Okay. So will the holders of CVC token receive the same number of tokens in Shinja as they had in CVC? No. Shinja has a larger supply, so holders will receive more tokens, but retain the same value. And this was a question right here that I think is fair. And some of these questions, I know we've answered them a million times, but let's invite them with open arms. And some of these questions, I think that they're fair to ask and they should know, right? Are the participants of ETH Shinja tokens private sales still holding Shinja aside from the few that were blacklisted? That's a fair question. I know those that are part of the community, we went over this a lot of times, but some of these we're going to have to go over, and I think we should do it in good spirits, especially because now they're part of our community and we just want to get them up to speed with us, the same page. So like that, we're moving forward together. As far as we know, yes, we know about the bot. They are restricted to sell. They are restricted to their rules of selling, which is governed by a bot in place currently set to 0.5 or up to 1 ETH per day. So we know about the bot already in the past. The bot is also not going nowhere anytime soon. It's there, it's implemented for good. I remember Cliff saying that. So that's something that we don't want to worry about. And we hear some of the CVC token community members ask about this. Like I said, with open arms, let's just talk to them and get them on the same page where we're at, so we can all move forward and look and march towards our goals. Why do we receive less Shinja tokens when buying on Shibnobi Swap instead of PancakeSwap? Every DEX and CEX has separate liquidity pools that cause the price to fluctuate independently from each other with buys and sells. This will allow for market arbitrage to occur. Okay, so that's how people basically get either for a cheaper price and sell it on a different exchange for a higher price, or a different form of that is not financial advice, but where if you received a lot more tokens from one exchange and sold them on another one, basically doing that, you can, depending on fees and gas fees or whatnot, that's something that somebody would have to figure out on their own. Okay. Is it possible to add Shibnobi Bridge as a dApp on Ledger Live? That was a good question. The team will look into the requirements for listing. It's a great question just to have, I guess, more use case, but we have our wallet coming out. That's one thing that I'm looking forward to, because like I mentioned before, that's one of the first things that we had in our white paper. I really like the idea of that, giving people a safe place and protecting people from dust attacks. Nobody really talks about that. And a lot of people get hit by those dust attacks. Now, will CVC keep their name? CVC will be rebranded into Shibnobi Analytics, aka Shibnobi NLTX. So let's go over to the Twitter page really quick and check out Shibnobi Analytics. And then we're going to check out also what CoinView Cap brings to the table, and why I already had done videos on this and why I think it's epic. Okay, so this is the newly utility of Shibnobi Analytics, and this has 7,597 followers. So that is a huge, for that to be pulled into Shibnobi just like that overnight, that is huge for us. And this is going to be huge for CVC as well. So that's a big page right there, has a big following, and they are doing great things, and they have been. In the videos that I've done before and what we spoke about, CoinView Cap is not only is Shibnobi not going to make this Shibnobi Analytics and also fix the customer service issues, but also fix the data issue. And remember, we had problems where this was a constant question that was being asked to the team, and people kept bringing it up. What's going on with the circulating supply? What's going on with the data? This and that. And it was out of the team's hand because we gave CoinMarketCap the right API basically giving them that direct connection to the total supply. So like that, it would come out correctly on CoinMarketCap. I'm already used to saying CoinView. So CoinMarketCap. So this is something that we're going to see on the channel a lot more. And if you remember specifically this one, the supply had doubled on CoinMarketCap, and now that's just not talked about. So I'm actually very bullish on having the data correct, and that's the numbers. The numbers shouldn't be lying, because numbers don't lie. So this is huge for us to have this, and I can see this continue to grow. I even got some ideas to implement to this because I use a lot of different ones. So this is pretty cool right here. Now moving over to Shibnobi's price, we see that the whole market's picking up altogether. We're going to be looking at this breakout zone that we've looked at before priorly on the channel. And now that we have some, bullish momentum, this is on the BSC side. So we'll be looking at getting above this, that 1-0 mark. Once we march above here, making this basically what we did last time, moving up, back down, but holding this as a support and starting to march back up. I've been seeing buys come in more and more as, this partnership has happened. I think people at first, are going to, of course, try to spread FUD. I wouldn't buy into that. I wouldn't go into that too much, because this is going to continue to push, because there's real utility being built behind this ecosystem day in and day out. Of course, we'll address things like that and set things straight, but let's just keep marching forward and keep doing what Shibnobi does best. And that's keeping, things transparent, having integrity with our community. I think it's a huge thing. And of course, the innovation that we continue to bring new utilities to this community and also to new future investors. So go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video on different social media platforms. Thank you guys. Continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.